And one of those counties is Onondaga County. The executive, Ryan McMahon, confirming that this afternoon. Now we are joined by the CEO of one of the hospitals here in Onondaga County, Upstate University, Dr. Robert Corona. Dr. Corona, thanks so much for being with us tonight. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
So I think the first thing I want to ask you, and a lot of people are wondering, so they use the term elective surgeries, procedures. What exactly does that mean? What kinds of things would fall under that?
Oh, we have a whole list of them. We've been planning since the beginning of the termination of being able to do surgeries, and we have lists of gynecological, vascular, thoracic, neurosurgery, ENT, ortho. We have the whole list. We prepared it in a hierarchy early on, and as we ramp up, we'll take them in order of acuity. So the ones that can't wait any longer, we'll put them highest on the list, and then we'll go down the list from there. We have an incident command team of about 75 people that do the analysis of this twice a day. So we're already figuring out how to ramp up.
Would you have even a guess, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that have had these procedures canceled or had them coming up about now. Do you have a guess how many you might be able to get to in the first couple of weeks?
We're not sure. I mean, it's going to be dependent on the safety and do we have enough protective equipment, the PPE that you keep hearing about. So we analyze that twice a day, and we're constantly looking for additional PPE. So that's going to be probably the rate limiting factor. It takes a while because before you can have a procedures, you're going to need medical clearance, you're going to need certain testing. The governor wants to make sure that patients test negative for COVID-19 coronavirus prior to any elective treatment. So it's almost like ramping up an aircraft. You have to test all the systems to make sure everything is in line, and you have backup systems in place before you take the aircraft off.
So how would this work? Let's say starting next Tuesday, these patients come into the hospital or whatever facility you're going to see them at. Do they get tested? How do you treat them, and how does that impact that need for the PPE?
So we're working all that out right now. It's difficult because different procedures need pre-testing before the procedure. You're going to have certain specialists clear for surgery or any kind of procedure. We're going to have to be careful not to get patients that are too acutely ill that may take up the bed, because we have to keep 25% capacity in place. And we have to be monitoring all the time the number of COVID positive patients we have. So it's really going to take a team effort, and we're already starting to plan to ramp it up right now.
I would imagine also, too, you have to make sure that none of these people have COVID-19. Would you use some of that rapid testing that you have available to you for that kind of thing, or how do we know, or is that done before they even get to the facility? And I mean patients and any of the medical personnel.
Well, we would love to have the rapid testing. The problem is that there's limited reagents for those tests. So we're not able to do rapid testing on everybody, but we're hoping to ramp that up. But we will be able to do testing. We'll have to do testing on everybody, because you have to be negative in order to come in and have a procedure or any kind of treatment.
So by the sounds of what you're saying, I mean, while a lot of us would like this to just be a complete opening, I mean, this is really just a cracking of the valve a week from today. I mean, this is not a flood of everybody that had been postponed and then everybody else that had been scheduled just flooding back into the system here, right? Your hospital and any of the others upstate that are going to be able to do this.
That's correct. I mean, we have a list of over 1,000 procedures or treatments, actually surgeries, outpatient surgeries that need to be done. So it's going to be a big ramp up, and it's going to take a lot of people and a lot of systems to be operating properly. So it's in order to get to a green light, we need our entire incident command team working on this to make sure that we have a safe system with plenty of PPE, with proper testing involved, and it's going to take a while to get things operational again.
Have you had to furlough or cut back on any workers? And if you did, would they be brought back pretty quickly as well?
We've not had to furlough any people. We've had people who have been determined to be non-essential, although we don't like that term because they've been essential. They've been working from home and helping us out a great deal. So we're not sure how many people we're going to have to bring back. But remember, we've had a lot of outpatient clinics, specialty clinics. All of those clinics have to be ramped up. We have been using a ton of telemedicine, both in the hospital, iPads in the patient rooms, and also telemedical visits. It's really exploded.
Dr. Corona, I know you're busy. Dr. Thomas joins us as well. You guys are all busy getting this all planned out. We really appreciate you spending a few minutes with us tonight to kind of break this down and explain to us what this is all about. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.